Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to show you one of the corded models from Bosch, the PSA 700E reciprocating saw, but I won't say any more for now. Let's check it out in the next segment. See you in just a moment. So here is the reciprocating saw we're talking about, the Bosch PSA 700E. It's a corded model powered by a 2.5-meter electric cable. And here, as you can see, there's reinforcement at the connection point between the machine and the power cord, which helps strengthen this area that's often a bit fragile on corded models. As for the motor, we're looking at a 710-watt motor, so it's not the most powerful one in the Bosch range. In fact, there's a model above this, the PSA 900E, which has a 900-watt motor, but with 710 watts, you can already make quite a lot of cuts. When it comes to handling, let's be honest, it's still a bit of a heavy model since it weighs 3.1 kilos, so that's a fairly significant weight. But at the same time, it's the support that will bear most of the weight of the wood. And anyway, most of the time, you'll be holding the machine with both hands. One hand at the back to control it with the trigger, which is very responsive, as we'll see in a moment, and one hand at the front with a grip here that's quite comfortable. There's also a notch that provides a good grip and will allow us to control the saw effectively during cuts. As for the main handle, there's a fairly wide trigger that you can control with 1 or 2 fingers depending on your needs. And there's also this part here that really lets you easily position your hand during cuts. When it comes to changing the blade, there's a spring-loaded tool-free system. So here you start by operating this lever. Then you insert the blade all the way in, like this. There you go, you release it and now the blade is securely attached to the machine. As for the accessories that come with this machine, you'll get a wood blade that has a special feature. It's actually a progressive blade with fine teeth at the beginning and wider ones further along, so you can cut wood, any type of wood really, either more precisely or more quickly, depending on your needs and the finish you want to achieve. And just before we see a demonstration of this reciprocating saw and watch it in action, let's talk a bit about its technical specifications. So let's be honest, it's not the most powerful machine on the market, but it still lets you handle quite a few cutting jobs. We'll see that for ourselves in the demonstration. So as a result, you can feel it in terms of technical specs, but it allows the brand to offer this machine at a very attractive price. We'll see that at the end of this video. And if we break down these technical specs, we're looking at a stroke speed of 2,700 strokes per minute with a stroke length of 20 millimeters. So when it comes to speed, it's actually pretty good compared to other machines I've seen on the market. However, when it comes to the stroke length, we're looking at 20 millimeters. It's a bit lighter, of course, than some higher end models you can find on the market, but it still allows this machine to cut through wood up to 150 millimeters thick and metal up to 10 millimeters. Now, let's see how this machine performs in action by cutting a pallet board like this one. Of course, I fitted a blade that's suitable for this type of material. So in this case, I used a bi-material blade. That way, I'm all set to use it right after on metal as well. As you can see, the cut is quick, honestly with no difficulty at all. It didn't cause any problems for the machine whatsoever. On the other hand, since we're using a model with a brushed motor, the motor brake is naturally a bit slower than if we had a brushless machine. Let's make things harder with the same pallet board, but this time with nails embedded directly in the wood. And as I mentioned earlier, I used a blade that's suitable for both wood and metal. Well, just like before, honestly, no difficulty at all. The cut is honestly super fast. There you go, no problem. As you saw, we're dealing with a machine that more than gets the job done and can let you cut up to 150 millimeters in wood. And that's really important. Even if, performance-wise, let's be honest, it's still not the most powerful machine on the market, but it can already let you get a lot of work done. As for the motor, like I mentioned earlier, we're not looking at the most powerful engine from the brand, but you can already get a lot of work done with it. And above all, it allows Bosch to offer this machine at a really attractive price. As for handling, it's pretty good. Even though the weight is a bit heavy, 3.1 kilos for this machine, but that's still totally in line with the corded machines you can find on the market. But with 2 hands, it's no problem at all, and anyway, the stand is going to support most of the weight. And finally, regarding the price, you should know that this machine is generally sold for around 59 euros. So I think that's a very attractive price for a machine of this type, and it will let you get a lot of work done without necessarily spending a fortune. And as usual, if you're interested, feel free to check out the description. I'll include the references for the best sellers, at least those offering this machine at the best price. Alright, this video is now coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't hesitate to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And in any case, I'll see you very soon for a new video. See ya!